morning, sports fans. It's more sports back in your business. Today we're back to whispering content, and I did want to kind of share some thoughts based on, fairly limited, but I think useful feedback nonetheless regarding my last video where I did some softly spoken content. So I'll be kind of talking about that a little bit and getting up in this little micro machines. Interestingly, though, they call it Micro Galaxy, but this is the Micro Machines company that makes this. Star Wars. This is what is this? A U-wing? I feel like it's not a U-wing. It's what is a U-wing? Patrick Ewing, right there. So yeah, like this. Anyways, let me just dive right in by saying, over the years, you've seen me do, a lot of different kinds of content. Vast majority is, of course, sports card related, but I have done like some toy stuff in the past, I don't know, year or so. I do enjoy looking at toys at the store, like Star Wars toys and Transformers especially. And I'm in the toy aisle a lot because my kids drag me there all the time, but even if they didn't, I would still be there because usually there's Pokemon cards in the toy section, and as you, I'm sure, know by now, I'm pretty heavy into the Pokemon stuff, so I do check that section out. Yeah, so anyways, this I think was, I wish I brought the receipt. I think, so this was normally $30, but it was on sale for like $14.99, and I feel like I see that a lot with these micro machines. Like I'm always checking the Star Wars section, Star Wars toy section, and like I feel like there's always a micro machines on sale. So I kind of feel like, I don't know, I wonder if they have trouble selling these, and if so, why do they keep making them? Because there's tons of these out there. I'm guessing they're not ever going to have any kind of value because Star Wars toys in general are just way overproduced. And stuff from like, like the mid-90s to late 90s when they were doing all the toys for like the new movies, and then they did kind of a retro line of toys as well, and bought tons of those. And they're all like worthless, even though they're unopened and stuff. So I can't imagine this would ever have any value, but anyways, I see these things and I think, wow, that looks really cool. I wish I had like some justification to buy that, because I don't really just want to buy stuff and like display it or like stash it away, but doing a video to show you guys kind of up close the toy seems like a pretty good justification, so that's what I've done here. Just cutting the seals here. So yeah, I'm sure you've noticed, if you're a long-time subscriber of this channel, that, I have not been posting much. I have been kind of doing a lot of posting. Maybe I'll give you just a kind of a look at the whole thing. A lot of posting on my other channel, Poke Relaxing, which is a kind of a softly spoken, but mostly just sort of, toned down channel about all sorts of Pokemon content. And like in terms of what I buy these days, oh man, now there's all these ones on the top here that I gotta cut to. In terms of what I buy, I just sort of am very active in, buying and selling. Like Pokemon has become like 95% of my activity, and sports cards like 5%. Basically, the only sports cards I buy are basically what my distributor deigns to bless me with for allocation. So like I got a single box of Prism Football, which was actually pretty good because like those are going for crazy money. And oftentimes I'll just get one box of something. I got like one box of hoops. Can you believe it? So yeah, like not. I'm just not very active in sports cards these days. I do still have a ton of inventory and hope to sell that, as I, always have hoped to sell sports cards. But I just don't have a lot of new stuff, and my interests in specific sports cards is pretty narrow right now. I'm super into WNBA, even though there's not really many products out. But I'm gonna definitely get into like the Prism WNBA set when that comes out. And I'm sure I'll get some 2025 Topps baseball when that comes out. And there's a few sets that I've always been super kind of into, like Bowman's Best, that I don't know if the pricing makes sense, I will do it, but it hasn't made sense for a few years, so I haven't really bought much of that. But yeah, just not excited about a lot. And plus, my only distributor is hasn't carried Topps for over a year, because Topps cut them out because Fanatics is basically trying to monopolize the whole distribution of their products. So let's get a little close-up look at this Ewing. So yeah, I don't know, this channel was really sort of built on opening, new sports card products. And I just am not particularly interested in opening much these days for sports cards. So I don't know, I'm not making much content for that reason, but I would like to make content, and I just have been sort of figuring out what, but I don't know, I go to the store. Okay, it's gonna be hard to get this out without making a gigantic noise. Alright, I'm gonna pause this for 1 second. Okay, everything's out, fantastic. So anyways, I go to the store, Target sometimes, and go, okay, what could I make a video out of here? And I look at the sports card stuff, and blaster boxes are $35 for the better products, and mega boxes are $60 to $90 depending on the product. And you just know, if you buy one of those, your odds are very high of getting punched in the face. But this, first of all, it's a value because it's a $30 product and I'm getting it for half price. But it just seems way more compelling to me to buy and talk about and do a video on than sports card stuff. And occasionally there will be some sports card stuff that I get interested in and go, oh boy, I really want to see some of that, but it happens so rarely these days. And Pokemon stuff I'm opening just constantly. Mostly my kids want to do that. Probably gonna need a second job soon, but yeah, so I don't know. I think I'm okay with doing whispered content, but I just don't see myself wanting to open modern sports cards anytime soon. So that leaves me to believe there are, kind of a few directions for this channel, and happy to sort of adopt all of them. But one is to, just do whatever random shit I come up with, which could include buying a $15 toy. It could do, I actually have a video plan that I need to do, but I'm gonna do a review of all of the double bubble gumballs that they sell at Dollar Tree, which I actually think is gonna be kind of interesting. So I'm gonna do stuff like that, and if I do sports cards, which I still might do, I'm gonna do what I'm most interested in, which is probably most of the time gonna be, vintage stuff, and maybe not even opening stuff, just sort of talking about a bunch of, I don't know, vintage packs that I have, or going through collection stuff that I've got. So yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna start focus on. But for sports card stuff, or for, I guess, whispered content. But the other thing I, have been telling myself for a long time to do, by the way, I want to talk about this too, but the other thing is, I've been wanting to make a lot easier, or just more sort of visible, is the opportunity for people to buy stuff that I sell, for like a personal rep. So, maybe I don't want to open a box of, like that hoops basketball I just got, but a lot of people might really want to, buy that and have it opened. So, I can do modern products like that way occasionally if people are interested. But like for myself, I just probably won't be super excited about opening stuff. So anyways, so that's kind of what I see happening with this channel. Hopefully if I make those changes, I'll be much more able and willing to do vids, because I appreciate everybody out there, and I definitely want to do some content, but I don't know. I don't want to do, $30, $40, $50 booster boxes, or like multiples of them for videos, because it's just not, I don't know, it's not very great feeling to have to spend that much to do a video. So anyways, so these are really cool, and by the way, I'd love to have your feedback on any or all that. So let's talk about Star Wars toys generally. Okay, so there's like a line of, Star Wars toys that I think is made by Hasbro, might be Mattel, and they're sort of like the standard kind of size of toy for Star Wars stuff, and they do, come out with stuff these days still from that kind of line of toys. But I've been seeing these Micro Machines like a lot over the years, and thinking, you know what, these are a much smaller product. And if you think of Micro Machines as kind of like a gimmick, because everything's like super tiny, maybe you're not that interested in a toy this size. But as I was looking at these, I'm like, these are actually really nicely detailed, and they look really cool to me. I feel like they're sort of like a kind of like a like a model airplane type of thing, which is usually pretty detailed, more detailed than like the standard Star Wars toys, I believe, anyways. And I started to like sort of notice, these have some kind of cool features, right? Which, like, these legs come out, and wow, that looks really cool. Almost looks like real metal, but I don't think it is. I think it's just plastic. And actually I can see that little window here is cool, because you can see into the cockpit. I don't think that drops out. Kind of looks like it might, but I don't think it does. But yeah, these like little features, like, and little, the stuff opening. I feel like, I don't know if Micro Machines has always done stuff like that, but I don't know, they make me feel like this is a very sort of substantial, kind of complete type of toy that I sort of thought, maybe fairly, maybe not, was kind of exclusive to those standard, like, Hasbro styles of toys. So I really wanted to get this, check it out, and kind of see. This opens up too, and I wanted to see kind of, what the build quality was, and just how it struck me, when it was in hand. Oh man, what do we got here? It's like, okay. Oh wow, look at that. There's a freaking gun in there that I think is gonna come out. It definitely will swivel, at least. That's really cool. So these are, yeah, I mean, and I think the other side comes out too. And then these wings attach, and then this thing looks really cool, I have to say. So, I don't know, I might start picking up these Micro Machines whenever they're on sale, if it's a new one. Because I do think these would display pretty well. Now what's in here? I don't know. There's like a holder of some kind in there. These doors are okay. So they kind of, they slide back quite a ways. So, this is all plastic, right? So no metal here. Looks like they should go back a little bit more. Yeah. So wow, they really go back. Okay, so that's got the same kind of holder behind that gun as this side does, so that's cool. Now, how do I get these wings attached? Okay, I see where they're gonna go. Right there. That's right there. So, yeah, let's just... And this is cool. They're on a kind of a swivel sort of arrangement. There we go. Oh man, this is cool. So they're sort of like that by default, but they can go... They can move. I don't know which one was right and which was left, but... So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know, that looks pretty freaking cool to me. Those wings are a little bit kind of bendy. They're not quite like even, but you can see there. I can see this one's kind of bent, but I can probably just go like that a little bit and work it. But anyways, really cool. And then they can kind of like this if you want. Looks pretty cool. Kind of like a Y-wing then. Yeah, very cool. So, I don't know. I like these. Now let's check out the figures because I'm interested to see how much detail here and how much like articulation these have. Because I feel like you see a figure this small and you think, oh, it's just like a, you know, a solid chunk of plastic that's not going to do anything very exciting. So you got Rebel Troopers and then the single U-wing pilot. So we're going to pop these out, and I have to say, I already am impressed because if you look at how my nails are, my nail bed is just like absolutely hammered from the winter dryness, so apologies. So you can move the arms, both the arms. Let's see, do they move independently? Yes, they do. And the legs too. So, I mean, these are pretty freaking cool for how tiny they are. I mean, the heads do not move, it looks like. So you gotta just live with the head, but you can put him down like that. And then stick this bad boy. Actually, there's 2 seats in there, so one of his friends could come along. Yeah, so there you go. See, it sits in there nicely. Like, let's say one of the Rebel Troopers will come along with. How's that sound? Okay. Kind of jammed him in there. So that's cool. I mean, the detail is just really solid on this thing. I feel like there's one other, because I did not have that snapped on. Okay. So, there it is. And that little leg there kind of means this points up, which looks pretty freaking sweet. I feel like there was one other. Let me just look at the box real quick. Oh, okay. No, I think I got it. Let's see. I feel like maybe there's another set of legs that come out, but I don't know where those would be. Yeah. All right. Well, this may be. And I'm a little curious why there's this window there. Like if there's nothing, because you can't even. Oh, I guess you can kind of see the pilot and his co-pilot, like the bottom of their legs in there, but that's about it. These little things, I think, just kind of separate, but they're just stuck in there. So, I don't know, all in all, I think this is really cool. I'd love to have an X-Wing of one of these. Yeah, I really like these. So they did have, man, they had one other one that was on sale, but it was from like episode 1, which is not very appealing to me. Although, what is this from? Well, it doesn't say. Starship Class, yeah, it doesn't say. So I think this is just kind of, oh, Rogue One. Rogue One is the series this is from, even though I'm sure these appear in multiple Star Wars things, but and I like Rogue One actually a lot. But yeah, I don't know, if it's a ship, and it's a cool looking ship like this thing, and it's on sale, I'm probably gonna get it, I would think, and do another video and show you guys. But yeah, all right. Well, I'm glad I got one of these and checked it out. Now I gotta figure out where I'm gonna display this. Hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, we'll see y'all next time. And yeah, let me know what you think about my kind of plan for the future of the channel, and hopefully I'll get some more content rolling. All right, everybody. Catch y'all next time. You have a great one. Bye now.